Welcome to Bobby Top Adventures. I'm Bobby Top, and this is my inline water filtration system. Okay, this is my hydration system. This is what I use. I've had this Camelback since 2004. And it's done great. I don't have a reason to buy another one, and it gives me enough storage in the back here also, you know, for trips. So it's kind of nice Camelback. No reason to give it up. So I get bladders every so often on Amazon, just a subscription to have them keep sending them to me, and it's kind of convenient, so I don't have to worry about this getting all nasty, especially since I can use it for dirty water, or dip it into a river if I run out, and that's why I use the filtration system that I use. I keep that on there, that way if I do run out, I'm not worried about filtering water, and it doesn't give me any problems suction wise. I can drink through it with no problem, and it's just a nice system to use. As I go through this, so I got a new one, so I'm going to switch it out. That's why I'm doing this video. And then I can also kind of, as I'm doing this, show kind of how I did it, why I put it here instead of here or on the outside. Just give my explanation why. It doesn't matter. There's so many different ways to do this, and everyone's is better based off of how they use it. I've placed mine in this position, and I've had zero problems with it, and I kind of like it there. But I'll explain more later as we break this through. So what I have on hand is my new bladder, a couple zip ties for the Sawyer, the syringe that comes with the Sawyer. I don't take this out to the field with me. I just keep them here, and then scissors. These are really good for cutting the zip ties as well. And water for flushing it. So let's go through and knock this out. Okay, so I've removed the bladder out of the Camelback. We can get that out of the way and just show. So let's remove the Sawyer. So there's just two zip ties, one on each end. There's that. Okay, so now that I've cut the zip ties off, we just need to take that out of there. No water popping out. And that's it. So that's garbage. And now we're going to flush this with the syringe. The flow is this way. We want to back flush it. Just do that a couple times. Okay, that should be good enough. We'll set that aside for now. Okay, so we've got our Sawyer that's back flooded out. Let's get our new Camelback. These just happen to come with these, so I'm sure these look familiar. I'm usually wearing these on my rides. That's where they come from. Okay, so there are adapters for these, quick release adapters that you can hook the Sawyer up to that come with it. Cost extra, and then but then your inline filter is here. And I kind of don't like those just because I'm on the motorcycle. I'm not hiking. I tend to fall off a lot. And so I just don't want and if it's full, it's rubbing on the inside of the bag. So I just don't like this here because of the wear and tear that it could provide, or that it could do, damage it could do. There's also kits where you can put it near the end out here, but then you got the extra weight just hanging out there and swinging around while you're riding, and that can be distracting and whatever. So I like to have it right here. And the reason is all the weight for the water is here. There tends to be a gap space in the bag itself here, and I've never had any wear on the side up here. So I'd like to have it here. It stays inside the bag so it's not flopping around on the outside on this part of the line, and it's just a good spot for it, for me anyway. I just like it there. I've never had a problem with it there. It doesn't come off, and it doesn't wear on the bag itself. Okay, so now the nerve-wracking part comes where you're having a brand new line that you're going to have to cut. Well, to make sure that I'm cutting it in the right spot, rather than just holding it here and cutting it, I'm going to attach it here like I should. There we go. And then I'm just going to come up and get it right about in here. And so I'm looking at the bottom here, and this is where I'm going to cut. Doesn't matter about the top part because that's just going to go on the top. And so when I cut here, that's it. Now the flow is going this way where I want to drink the water, so I'll just throw that on there, and this end on here. There, that'll stay pretty good, but I do use some small zip ties to make sure it stays in place. Again, riding on the motorcycle tends to be a rougher ride than a hiker. Dial that in. There we go. I'll just clip off the ends. And now we're set up. We've already done the flow, so it's already got water in it. And so now when I just fill up the bladder and put it in the Camelback, it'll flow right through. And that's it. That's it for the change out. And now I got a nice fresh bladder and a cleaned out Sawyer filter. Now I can dip it in the river and drink safe water. Okay. So that's how I do it. There are many ways to do it. A lot of people use the adapters down here at the bottom or put it out here, out here near the end, so that it's not rubbing on the bag. I've had no issues with it. Again, this is just kind of the way I do it, and I've had no issues with it. Most of my videos, when it comes to dealing with gear and things like that, I'm going to do those strictly just based off of how I do things, and if it helps somebody out there learn a little something or try something different, then that's what it's all about. I'm just here to kind of show what I do, and hopefully you guys can learn something from it. And again, I'm not a professional. This is not the only way to do it. It's just the way I do it and the way I enjoy it. See you on the road.